such and such a.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Such and Such Radio. I know I've been on a little bit of a hiatus, but we have had a lot of stuff going on in personal life, business-wise, and different things like that, which a lot of it y'all will see over the coming weeks and everything. But we are back with a new episode, and I'm bringing it local now. I'm doing a lot of focusing on just supporting the local people and the local businesses in my immediate vicinity, in my community, because we got a lot of people doing a lot of great stuff, and just with the things that are going on, I'm like, okay, what's my tagline? We talk about stuff. Well, what better stuff to talk about than the local stuff that's going on? And today, I got a very special guest to start this local interview series off. It's none other than the mayor himself, Mr. Jake Dixon.
What's up? How y'all doing, man? I'm Coach Jake.
Jake, welcome to the platform, bro. It's a great pleasure to have you, bro. Like, to where I feel like I've been knowing you forever, though. But like, man, for those,
excuse me, smiling, man. It's nice as hell up in here. I ain't gonna lie.
I appreciate it, bro. Like,
this is fire right here.
Yeah, we are recording in my home studio of 828 Lounge. So, like, to where, hey, if you want to come by and pay us a visit, holler at me, send me a message, and I'll send you the address. I ain't gonna put it out there public.
Yeah.
But thank you, bro. But hey, welcome, dog. Like, to where we trying to make everything good and comfortable and everything, and we do got air conditioning. bro hit me up when I approached him about doing this interview. He was like, man, we gonna be recording something with air conditioning. I'm like, yeah, bro, we got the AC blowing like snowballs up there.
Hey, it's for sure blowing.
Yeah, man. So for those that don't know you, Jake, please introduce yourself, man.
So I'm Coach Jake. Pretty much born in Dallas. I say Dallas, but I kind of grew up in the Garland area. Moved there about 6th grade, man. Spring break. I went to Sellers Middle School. So if anybody kind of know, Sellers Middle School, man, I was there for a little bit. Went over to Navy Forest.
Yeah.
Kind of was around the Garland area, man. Ended up, finding my way out here.
Yeah.
And kind of ever since I came out here, man, life's been, much better, man.
Okay. So, that's one of my questions. How did you end up in Wildcat Ranch?
Oh, man. So, to tell you the truth, man, I was supposed to close on a home at 40.
Yeah.
Trinity Crossing 40. Nyquist. I ain't gonna put the numbers because folks gonna drive by the crib, but it was on Nyquist in 40. So, supposed to close on the home, man, a week away from closing. The motherfuckers pulled my contract, man. They pulled the contract because the house shot up 40 grand.
Yeah.
And at that point,
out of your
yeah. So they they just kind of want to keep the money and then sell it to the next person.
Man, bro, I will tell you this. I was supposed to be in 40 myself, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy kind of the connections that you see here, because my job in Garland. So, like, where I have somewhat of an affinity for Garland, man.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, all I do is go over there, go to work. You might go get something to eat, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I work with people from there, whatever the case and stuff. But my situation with 40 was we found a house that we fell in love with. Like, it was perfect. You know what I'm saying? The space for the family, everything and stuff like that. And we never put an offer in on it, but it was just a situation, man, them solar panels, bro. Like,
smart move.
Right, so like, that was the only thing, so that's how, but like, to where it seemed like if you can't get in 40, you end up on the other side of 20, and so like, that's how we ended up over here. So we in the Wildcat Ranch community. We ain't gonna give y'all too much specifics, but we in the dub over here, man. A great community in my opinion, but why are you known as the mayor of Wildcat Ranch?
So, pretty much, man, I got there about 2022.
Okay.
So, to be real, man, when I looked at my crib, that bitch is about 75% done. Like, I looked at a house on Kipling.
Okay.
The lady said it was available. Then we go back in there. And she like, nah, it ain't available no more. But I got 2 more cribs for you on the awesome lot. So we go look at one, man. First one got a big ass hole on the wall in the living room, and I'm like, nah, because I know y'all gonna do a half-ass job patching it up. You know what I'm saying? And like that one, it just had brick, it didn't have stone.
Okay.
We go a little bit more down to the end of the cul-de-sac. That's what we call O-block, man.
Right.
So, you go down there, I'm like, all right, man, this just got the brick, the stone.
Right.
And it was the same model, man. So nothing really too different. Went in there, man, like shit, really fell in love, like the design of it. Like it was actually about 75% done, but the cats who didn't know, like they only brick 50% of the back. Cause somebody stole the bricks for the crib. So they stole the bricks. Somebody stole the bricks to the crib, man. Like, they're like, hey, well, do you want to do the walkthrough tomorrow? And I'm like, who the fuck gonna brick the rest of the house? Right. He's like, it's not bricked all the way. I sent a picture. Man, he was like, Mr. Dixon, like, I promise you, like, you pull up, like, we'll have it done. Yeah, somebody fucking around and stole the bricks.
Bro, that's crazy, bro. Like, my neighbors across the street, somebody stole the number for their house. Like when it was being built, they stole the number off of it. Yeah, like house was up, everything was good. And one day I walked out the front, I was like, there ain't the number going off of there. And like, that's the bills was across the street.
They ran out of supplies for the crib.
I was like, that's cold blooded, bro. Like so to where it be going down.
Yeah.
So from 2022 to now, I won't say what made you stay, but what made the neighborhood grow on you and be like, okay, this is where I'm gonna plant roots at?
So for me personally, man, like I look at it as like this community took a chance on me type shit. Like, high school dropout, shitload of kids before 20, 3 kids before 20.
You had 3 kids before 20?
3 kids before 20, man.
Bro.
Yeah. Staying on, man, like I was staying on John West and Buckner, man.
Yeah.
Bristol Square, I know a lot of people know that. Look, kind of a little bit over there, man. So, so I always felt like the odds have always been against me. Like I never fucking win raffles. Like, need a quick parlay, shit like that don't pan out. But like for me, it was the fact that like Wildcat took a chance on me type shit. So I mean, when I got here, I still kind of had a basketball team back in the city, but to be real, like I had like a third assistant coach who like hijacked that team type shit. So I eventually cut ties with the city, and then I was like, all right, I'm focused on kind of building out here. But really, the basketball scene kind of got me into like got me kind of really, I say, in the foot in the door and like Crandall type shit. And so kind of once that happened, man, I started trying to like, do little events. But Brandon Buckley, man, shout out him, Blakely Brandon, man. He would really talk a lot of shit on the Facebook page, man. Like, man, phase 3, like, these motherfuckers can't go around a roundabout. They kind of doing this, and I'm like, hold on, man, what the fuck? Like, we catching hella strays over here. Like a lot of the new people in the community see, like we catching strays, but like, this shit really just get passed down. It's a haze phase. It's
a haze. Like, because right now we giving it to phase 7 and phase 8, which I didn't even know it was. Phase 8 was a real thing.
Bro, they down the road. Boy. Get their ass to Harley.
Yes, sir. Okay, so every neighborhood has their different so to say cultures and different things like that. So what do they get right over here in Wildcat as far as how they built this out and different things like that? Like what parts of it did they get right?
To be real, man, so I think the pool situation is pretty decent. We got 2 pools, one at the front, one at the back. Only part is like when you try to go to that bitch and turn up, you're like, damn, they had this one or that one. You know what I'm saying? Like instead of giving us really like just a big ass, you know what I'm saying?
Huge,
but like I'll say that, man. Like the gyms is popping. The phase 4 football field, which we call it. Like I think that's pretty solid. But I think the biggest thing I love about it here is like the diverse. The diversity of the community. Like it's all different races, ethnicities, you know what I'm saying? You got the small town vibe to where like I know a lot of neighbors fuck with each other type shit, you know what I mean? And I feel like that's what kind of gives us our boost. But to be real, like we got the most juice in Crandall and Heartland, to be real. Wildcat Ranch, like we do.
Yes.
They gonna hate, but we done.
No, seriously, like, and that's one of the things because I laugh whenever I call you the mayor of Wildcat. Well, people say it jokingly, but no, you are very, very vocal, about things within not just Wildcat Ranch, but Crandall as a whole and everything. And so I'm a person that, I take notice of this. So when I saw how vocal you were and everything, so but then you also got a passion for it and different things like that, I was like, Man, I literally told my wife one day, I was like, man, I would vote for Jake if he ever ran for the mayor of Cromwell. I was like, because I think he would make real effective change. And to your point about we're the bulk of it, man, we got this whole ETJ thing going on and stuff. But when, I'm not going to say if, when they do incorporate us into the city, we will triple the size of Cromwell. Like, and you know, then the majority of the voting block would be between Wildcat and Heartland. And I really do think it's unfair and an injustice right now that we don't have any say so about, you know, who the police chief is, who the mayors are, who the city council members are, and the people that make the decisions that affect us. We don't have a decision in that. And so that's one of the things that I do want to see change. But which leads me into my next question. What would you like to see improve around here?
Man, to be real, what would I like to see improved around here, man?
It could be anything.
It would definitely be more resources for like the youth over here.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? Like, so as far as like hooping, you know, I coach basketball. I'm like, if you don't have a goal, which now shout out to Check It Up, they right around the corner, man. That's I gotta show love to them. That's where I practice at, man. That's a great ass. It's like an indoor basketball, like short full court.
Yeah.
AC controlled, damn near like this, but a basketball court in there. Right. You know what I mean? It's super local, and like that kind of gives us more. But like we need kind of more resources like that. Like I wouldn't just say like a sports complex, but you know like
I think a rec center would be a good addition.
A rec center would sound better than like a sports
complex. You know,
I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, that's what man. I want to lobby for one if we had to get a bond together or something, because I don't mind paying taxes when I see where they're going. So like where if they said, hey, we'll put a rec center over here, but like let's be clear, I would want to see, you know, a soccer pitch out there, you know what I'm saying, possibly a baseball field or something like that. Even if it's a combination of definitely basketball gym and like, you know, then maybe some classrooms and stuff where people can hold classes and different things like that. Like you know, to where, but no, for sure something for the youth that to where they could go, and like people like you and like other people that are active in the community with the youth, they got a place to where parents can bring their kids and know that they're safe, and like, you know, to where, but also just the kids can go to. Because right now, my son go way over to the Heartland Park to play basketball.
Same. When I first really started out playing over at Heartland myself. So.
Okay, all right. So like, why is the community important to you? Because you're very involved in everything. So why is it? What pushes Jake to be involved?
That's a good one, but to be real, man, you know, it just goes back on like these folks, you know, really took a chance on me. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't gonna sit here and act like we ain't come from shit. Like, we could have had a much better childhood, but you know, like, you know, my mom's and them, like they worked hard. Stepdad sold cars, so you know his ass worked 60 hours a week. You know what I'm saying? Like 8 to 8. Like, I don't see him, you know, when I go to school and like he coming home and we getting ready to lay down. So you know, like they work their ass off, but like, you know, I just feel like this spot took a chance on me. You know, it's a community where my kids are growing in. Like, it's beautiful. When I have homies pull up over here, like, they think I'm rich when people pull up over here. They're like, damn, man, I see, you know, hella roundabouts, but you know, like, I saw a little pool. They stay talking shit about the roundabouts. I'm like, man, I'm used to it by now. But like, yeah, man, like, it's the fact that like when they come over here, it's like, they really think that, like, you know,
it's affluent.
Yeah. Like, it looks beautiful out here. So like for me, buying a home is, you know, it's a little bit different. Like, you know, I don't want to go back.
Right.
Of course. It's no disrespect. Like, you know, apartment, but I got too many damn kids to be in a goddamn apartment. So it's like, this is a great ass spot. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just a nice place to be in.
Well, that's one of the things too. I tell people all the time, like, whenever you have a community of home owners, not just a community of home, but a community of home owners. Home ownership takes steps to get there. Like, you know, to where you gotta become disciplined in your finances. You gotta get your credit right. You gotta, like, and those are shared things that every single homeowner had to go through. You had to go through the whole process and everything and stuff. So whenever you have gone through that process, I know that everybody around me has gone through it. So at least that aspect of our mentality is the same, and then we're gonna value our homes in the same way and with the same mindset. And like just that shared value alone will have a sense of community, but then also you start building off of that shared sense. Then you start realizing like, oh, you in the sport, so this dude might be into whatever. You start realizing where else y'all related. But like I said, when it starts there with the home ownership thing, especially with a whole bunch of new bills around and everything, so like to where you know you feed off of that. Now I don't because today, which I didn't even know that you were gonna have a meeting with the HOA and everything and stuff. I was like, man, this kind of works out well. But again,
this is a good spot because I got a lot of people in my DMs right now asking me what went on. So I was
well, just share what went on then, like to work. Because I have a direct question, but just kind of. But again,
I was like, you want to ask yours? Like that's perfect. Like you know, because it's a good opportunity for you to get the message out there.
Well, I don't necessarily have a message. I would tell you this. My thoughts on the HOA are, I of course wouldn't do away with them. Because it's necessary.
Hell yeah.
Like, you know, to where in order to maintain the standards of the neighborhood and different things like that. So I just kind of was wondering, what do you see as the disconnect a lot of times? Because you're involved in every single phase, like, you know, to where you connect with people from everywhere. So what do you see the disconnect between the HOA and the people that are actually in the community?
To me, I really do feel like the disconnect comes from right. I feel like a lot of us over here, like, you know, like you said, we went through the process to get in here. Like the closing shit was brutal. You know what I'm saying? Like underwriting was the fucking worst. Like so,
all in your business.
Yes, you know, no bullshit. Like then you saw that cheeseburger I ordered. Like, you know, so like I said, it's one of those that you know you just kind of feel like you know. We want y'all to make sure, like, you ain't just getting a fucking check from us, like, to where you're actually using those funds and like doing something great. And I feel like I'm not gonna pocket watch and be like, oh, one of them made 6 figures. Like, shout out to you, man. We all chasing 6 figures. So,
for sure.
so I can't hate on that. But it's like, I feel like the disconnect comes in is where like, not everybody knows what all the expenses go to. Like, you know, yes, they have a printout log, but like, I feel like a lot of residents kind of feel like. They need to, you know, audit every dime being spent. Like, well, this grass is brown right here. Like, are my HOA fees? It's like I see that shit on Facebook when they be like, not tax paying dollars. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm just reading like, damn, we all pay taxes.
We all pay,
like, So I feel like sometimes I do feel like they're kind of like, you know, judged a little bit hard, but it also feels like, you know, a lot of them feel like they don't do enough for us, and I can't speak too much on that because like I've never gone to a HOA function that they've hosted. Not that I'm anti-HOA, but it's like you know, like I just happen. Like I go to my events because I know what the fuck finna go on now. You know what I mean? And like, and there's nothing wrong with it, but like, I just feel like you know they kind of are held to this high ass standard, and sometimes like they don't deliver to be real with you.
Okay.
And that's kind of the conversation you know I kind of had with them yesterday. Is like the email that they sent out. You know, I know the dude, Brandon.
Shout out to Phase Wars.
Shout out to Phase Wars. August 9th is still going on.
For
like,
sure.
You know, 100%. So the dude, Brandon, I've only had like one interaction with him. Well, actually 2. One time I was parked in a little roundabout area right before school got out. And he bro come in the gym like, hey, is that your whip out there? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, hey, I kind of need you to move. And I'm just kind of like, bro, get off my dick. Like, I'm finna be down in like 5 minutes, bro.
Right.
So I finished my workout, then dipped. And the second time I was walking up there, I was working out, running around, and I left my key. I just decided to want to go to the gym, and he let me in. So you know, I never had no beef with dude, but I feel like that email that they sent out was like, you need our permission. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, it was a direct shot.
To use any green shot. And, you know, prior to the meeting yesterday, like I really did feel like it was a direct shot because it was like, you know, last year they kind of wanted to co-host and. To me, it wasn't met to my standard because like the event's not supposed to be on how much money that they can spend on it. Like, you know, we never cared about how much money was spent. Like, we had people that will just donate water balloons to certain phases. Like, they may be old as hell in phase 4 and be like, hey, I can't go, but like I ordered 2,000 water balloons on Amazon if somebody wants, like, you know, like that's how it goes. Because this a lady in my cul-de-sac and like she'll never go to the phase 4, but you know what? She bring me 1,000 water balloons every FaceTime. So like. we never really cared about the budget, you know what I'm saying,
Right.
for the event. Like, we just wanted the shit to happen.
You just want the spirit of the event and the spirit of community. And,
And with them, it, like, I feel like they tried to strong arm because, you know, they overpromised under deliver last year. To my standard, like, again, that's why I say I only go to my events type shit at, like, main events because I know what's going to go on.
Right.
I know how it's going to go. I know who I got helping me if I need help on the event.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so, like, I guess I'm not just going and just kind of like, oh, I wonder what the vibe's going to be. Now, I know how the vibe's going to be at my event. So, like, that's kind of why I do my own. But, I mean, to be real with you, like, I went in there because, you know, everybody's seen the aggressive email thread we sent back. Because at this point, I feel like you fucking strong on me. And, like, I kind of just wanted, like, an acknowledgement that y'all dropped the ball last year. And, like, instead of, you know, saying that, like, you know, it was like, well, once they knew I wasn't going to host for them, they was like, well, y'all can't use our green space and et cetera, et cetera. So I go in there yesterday because I ain't got an email response back in a week. So I'm just, you know, I'm pulling up and I'm actually texting in my admin chat, you know, for my moderators on the page. We got a little messenger chat. I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna go pull up on them. They at the phase 4 one. They was like, nah, they at the phase 1. Phase 1, so I go in.
You got the spies out.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm asking where they at, man. You know, and so they like, nah, they at the phase 1. Like I seen the 2 cars up there. So I go in there, I see Brandon do first, and like, bro kind of like panicked when I go in there. Like, I'm really going in there on some chill shit to be real, because at the end of the day, it's about the community. So, you know, so I go in there and I ain't gonna lie, that motherfucker was like super defensive at first. Like, he like, you know, telling the chick, don't say nothing, I got it. Like, I got it. So I'm just like, damn, I ain't saying I'm waving the white flag, but it's like, bro, like, I'm trying to come in here and let y'all know.
You come in with the olive branch.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, because we still have permission to do it in the neighborhood off of their green land. Like, I got connections to reach out to somebody else and let me use their space. Like, and that's what these motherfuckers don't be understanding. Like, people fuck with me enough because, like, I just want to do right by us. You know what I mean? And so, but like, back, you know, kind of back on track. So I'm just kind of letting them know where I'm coming from. But like, you know, long story short, they didn't know that I felt like last year's Phase War was fucked up. Last year's Phase War wasn't to my standard. You know what I mean? Like, we always push it because we were happy, but you know, we actually changed the date because the HOA, which again, my boy Blatantly Brandon, you know, he went on a cruise, so like he kind of felt like, you know, I kind of like jabbed him type shit. So for me, it was like I didn't want him to feel like that. Then these motherfuckers dropped the ball. So for me, it's like y'all fuck up. You know, my dog kind of, you know, not really PO'd with me, but like, we really could have waited on him, but the HOA was like, we can only really do it on this day. And then half the shit for that day, like, they couldn't do it. Now, they told me, like, the PD, they had, like, an emergency, you know, issue, but I kind of go back to where it's like, bro, they don't even care. They don't even want us out here. So did you really have an issue, or did you not kind of want to come put on for some outsiders? But, like, again, when it goes to me kind of running my events, now I put this on my flyer. What if folks only pulling up just to experience that? And it ain't there. Now, you know, now we kind of look like a fraud. So, like, for me, I ain't like that. They can call it petty, but, like, you know, I kind of want to run my shit on.
No, that's not petty, bro. Like, to where
like, you promised this and I need this shit.
You want to deliver on what you have told people that you don't have out there.
And so, you know, that didn't really happen. And so the chick Sarah, and I really want everybody to know, like, I talk to y'all on Facebook, but in person, I really probably can't point you out. Like, so she was like, well, you know, I was there, you know, doing the margaritas. I said, fam, I want to let you know something. Like, I don't click y'all's profile. Like, I see the name, I see the little circle, you know, a little picture there, but like, I'm not going and clicking on every pro. You know, so I respond back like, she was, well, you know, I was at the little market. I said, well, one, I didn't drink because I had my kids with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got my kids with me. I'm kind of hosting over 100+ people, so I can't really go there to get drunk. Like, when you're not in turn up mode. As much as I wanted a margarita, you know, I got my little boy. He was 1.5 at the time, and his little badass. So, you know, I'm on daddy duty. I'm on hosting duty, so I can't really just like drink type shit. So, you know, she's like, well, you know, I saw you, and I was like, well, I want you to know, like, this is my first time meeting you right now. Like, I can't put face to name. I never met you. You sent me an email, but I don't check my HOA emails.
So she stays over here in the community.
So she doesn't stay, but she did come, you know, volunteer.
Oh, she volunteered
because they were partners. So, and I found out, like, the HOA, like, they have a social committee, but the 2 HOA people aren't on the committee. They have volunteers in the community running. So I couldn't be too pissed at the social committee. So I do want to issue an apology, like, if they felt like, you know, we was pissed at them, but I mean, they didn't know that I felt like they fucked up last year. And so, like, they were trying to tell me like, hey, it wasn't a strong arm, you know, like, and I get it, right? They got to follow their policies and shit. Like, I know stuff like that, but I told them, I said, man, we done did it 3 times with no issues with y'all.
Right.
Now there's like, you know, you're hitting me with these papers of like insurance, you know, if somebody,
right.
you know what I'm saying? We've been doing it for 3 years, so it's like, I don't have a problem with that, but it was like, the way you delivered the email felt like a fucking strong.
Oh yeah, it was for sure.
And yeah, so like, you know, that's pretty much what he told me. He was like, well, we had to proofread the email to like make sure it wasn't. But I was just like, fam, but at the end of the day, like, you keep saying you know how much of a big piece of the community I am, and bro, you play a big ass role over here, like hit me direct.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I said we should really be on the same page.
Yeah, y'all should be coordinated, bro. Like to where you should definitely be involved only because like to where you play a key factor and like you know, bro. I don't know how much you pay attention to, which I mean, literally is the next question on my page. Like to where have you seen the official Wildcat Ranch community group chat? Or you're a part of it?
Is that like the Hughes page or?
No, it's like Wildcat Ranch Community Hub or whatever. Like it's like the one that they promote or whatever.
So I forgot they had their own page.
Yeah, they have their own.
Nah, so I'm not on it, and you know he kind of mentioned that.
It's dead.
Yeah.
It's dead. Like no. When I tell you it's dead, because I'm in it. Like you know,
yeah.
To where like you know because, bro, and the engagement, bro, like to where that's why, man. It's like one of them situations, like man, like you know. We like the only way I can kind of just paint the picture. Imagine 2 nightclubs, bro. Like to where you got like you know to where one is over here jumping, like you know to where like everybody like yeah they turned up the parking lot and everything. Then you got one across the street that you just got a couple of old men smoking cigars and like you know the music is kind of dead on the. That's what that one is over there. Like you know, you got some people there, but like you know, to where like you know, you got your regulars that come in, they get a beer, like you know what I'm saying, they chunk the deuces and then, but everybody looking over there at that one like, man, what they got going on, like to where, and you the DJ and that one over there, the MC on the mic or whatever. So like to where, but instead of it being 2 clubs, because I wouldn't dare say merge. But for sure they should be coordinated because if that's the one that's jumping and that's the one that's got the finger on the pulse of what's because that yours is, bro. Yeah. Like you know, dead serious. Like even whenever like neighbors move in, my 3 neighbors that moved in after us, I sent them the link to your group, not the other one. Like I was like, hey, y'all want to be a part of here because
there's a lot of shit going off on.
Well, the other thing is when news comes out. It comes out in your group first before it ever hits the other one. Like when I'm talking about events happening, sales going on, different things like that. So like to where you're very much so a part of it. But the last thing before we pivot to your personal business dealings and different things like that, do you think social media hurts or helps in the grand scheme of things with the community?
To be real, I mean, I feel like it's kind of one of those that help. You know, they say the truth hurts, so even if the truth's hurtful, like fuck it, like it's got to get out, man. And like, I will say, like right now on the page, like you know, I've kind of been of ownership maybe about a year or some change, but I've been a moderator for about 2 years for sure. Yeah. And so I'll say like. We have kind of like snipped down. Sometimes we gonna let some shit go because like sometimes you know what I'm saying like you know. Even a big ass club that's jumping for a while, you know, got this little die down moment. So it's kind of like we like, let me spark the cigarette again. Let me throw a little gas in here, like let it pop. But the way that y'all do it, shout out to your admin team and y'all moderators. Yeah, y'all do it very well because I'll be honest, it's been times I have posted some stuff to just get a reaction and. I won't see it posted. I'm like, oh yeah, they wouldn't let that one fly right there. It's been or
like I've tried to post in response to something else. I'm like, oh yeah, they don't want that one flying out. So like to where, so I get it, like to where, because especially when I know I'm intentionally fanning the flames or whatever, I'm like to where and sometimes I'm like, I'm gonna sit the admins and let this one go.
So and to be real with you, man, so I tell you this, like, I'm on my phone a lot, so I kind of see about 80% of the posts, to be real with you.
Yeah.
Like, I go to bed early, so if they post late, it's not me approving it.
Yeah.
I go to bed early and wake up early as hell,
Right.
so then I start approving the post then. But, like, it's kind of one of those that, like, I usually try not to, like, stop posts because, like, I feel like I'm blocking somebody's voice or message, you know what I'm saying? Like, now there has been a time where I've approved a post that was spicy as fuck.
Right.
And then I go back 5 minutes later and I delete their post. And they're like, well, they got approved. And I'm like, you know what? Like, I kind of just, I thought about this shit. Yeah, like, I had second thoughts. I'm like, nah, you can't say this shit.
Bro,
like
what's crazy, I have seen those jump up and I'm like, oh, this is good.
And you go, this is gone.
It's gone. I'm like, man, what just happened here?
One of my moderators said that the other day. She was like, it was actually the post I had put when I was like, I'm like, look, I know I run this page, but quit trying to fucking try me. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, like, shit ain't sweet, but like, the dude that I was kind of like going back and forth with, like, he hit me up and like the shit got squashed. So, you know what I mean? For me personally, like,
oh, see, I didn't even see that one.
Yeah, I was like, so look, that's another one. Look, that was actually Monday, actually, to be real, but like, we'll let some shit go. Now, if it's like, some shit get jumping off in the comments, now the comments can get to going longer than the post.
Right.
So we don't really care about the post, but down in the comments, like, so let me say we care about the post, but in the comments, like, we ain't reading comments on shit. But like, when I keep seeing this post staying at the top, what the fuck going on in here? Like, then we like, then we get the screenshot and send it in the chat and try to like decide on, kind of how it goes.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, hey, but I like to hear that there is some oversight and that, that there are people looking like, man, we can't let this go too left, because I will tell my wife a lot of times, look, we live around these people. We gonna be at events. We over here. So like, so we will meet people and interact in real life. So
especially at the phase war too. Like, everybody be at that bitch.
Yeah.
Everybody. And that's where like people start meeting their neighbors. Like, you pull up with them shirts, because like, we all section off. Like, we do a group, like, we'll send a couple of captains from each team to talk, blah, blah, blah. But like, folks really start, say, y'all got the same color shirts. So, oh, where you at? Oh, I'm on Poke Branch. Oh, me too. Like, we down here. Like, then you kind of just really make those connections.
The interactions, everything. We know about the engagement with you and Wildcat and your role that you play over here, but I want to pivot now, because my first interaction with you was on your food reviews. Bro, dead serious. I didn't even know you were local here or anything like that. I got fat. Not on purpose, but from eating. It was and so like to where I be checking out food reviews and different stuff like that. So when I moved to the area, I was just like looking for local spots or whatever and stuff. And so like, man, I go to Google, the College of Google in a minute, and one of your food reviews popped up from Facebook, and I was like, oh, okay, like, bro, it was funny, but like to where, now, I'll be honest, this one you were like you gave the place like a 6. I was like, but they ain't at least get a 7. I ain't going there.
Yeah.
And so like to where, but and then so I had ended up wanting to go to and I'll be honest with you, no, I did end up going. We ended up getting some food from there. It was a barbecue spot. I won't name it, but it was definitely a 6. And so like to where I was like, okay. I was like, his taste buds match mine. He know what he talking about. So then you end up interviewing our people across 175 over at Cotton Gin. Because like, I got good interaction with. You interviewed the Cotton Gin.
They're my folks.
To where I ain't gonna not give them their shout out. You said the food was good, and it was good. So like to where that was, and then I connected the two because I started seeing your name in the group or whatever and stuff, and I was like, that's the same dude that do food reviews. And so like to where So that's where I want to pivot. How did that even start? With you doing food reviews?
To be real, man, damn, it felt like it was a long ass time ago. But so when I first got here, man, you know, we didn't have shit to eat out here. We didn't even have McDonald's yet.
Oh,
yeah, what? Yeah, no McDonald's, no Sonic, just Taco Casa.
Okay.
And what did they have? What the fuck did they have? They had they had a Sonic where the golden chick is in the gas station.
Okay.
I don't eat Sonic because I used to work there. And I don't know about that, but
you know.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't fuck with Sonic. But, so pretty much like people would just cook plates in the community. You know what I mean? Like it died down a lot now because they even have their own foodies page. But like, people would make plates out here, and rest in peace, D man. He had a thing called. What was it? Snack Shack concession, something like that, and like broke him a fire ass burger. Okay. So I would order from him. I was a fat ass one time. I ordered from him twice, bro, within an hour. Like the first burger was so damn good.
Damn.
I had the munchies too, so I didn't grow up. I was like, I ain't gonna lie, fam. I need to run that bitch back. You know what I'm saying? So then I do that. And like,
bro, that's gotta be a great burger, bro.
No, facts. When you gotta order another one, like, and he wasn't expensive. Like his prices match the quality. So I'm cool. I ain't gonna never knock your price on this shit.
Yeah,
right?
your price is your price.
I spent about, it was like 14 for each combo. It came with some like a side and like a little drink too. So I'm like, damn man, this shit fires for the second one. I recorded in my garage. Now, it ain't the way. It ain't no voiceover. It ain't no address below. It ain't no like. It's just a basic ass video, and I'm actually talking. I ain't doing a voiceover, and so I post, so. But for me, like I like to be funny, so I always throw a little comedy in the video too. So I remember I was like, why am I eating in the garage? I got kids in that motherfucker, man. I can't afford these snack shacks for all these motherfuckers in here. Like, nah, they ain't never eating how we got food at the house type shit. I do that, man. There was a chick named Belen who stayed here as well. She made alcohol drinks, man, and then she would do like bonita tacos and these little churro cheesecake bites. Okay. So then I recorded a video for them, you know what I'm saying? I just kind of dropped it in the page because, word of mouth. So I'm like that, like I see the community growing, like. So I was just dropping food reviews in the community page, man. Yeah. I can't even call them food reviews because I was just like a little snippet of me eating the food, showing the shit. They was like, man, you gotta start posting on your regular page. I got a tough crowd on my regular page, you know what I'm saying? So if I was like, man, if I post some shit on here, that shit don't do numbers, like, you motherfucker gonna climb. Look at this motherfucker, they set up in here and did this. So then I started posting them to my regular page. And like that shit kind of started like low-key doing some shares and hearts and comments, and I'm like, all right, bet. So, for me, my first videos were ads, like the ad-libs, you know what I'm saying, the quality, like, of course, over time, you kind of notice that shit.
You get better.
Yeah, so I started to just kind of like put a little sauce on it. Now I'm throwing a little instrumental in the background. Now I'm doing a voiceover. I started buying equipment and shit. Yeah. And I'm just kind of having fun, man. And like the shit really just started booming to where like I had to start ordering, underneath the fake name type shit.
Bro, do you know what my name is on DoorDash?
What is it?
Keith L.
Keith L?
Yeah.
I'm dead,
bro. I'm so for real, and bro, my food has been exquisite ever since I changed my name on DoorDash, bro. Like
you just fucking unlock the hack right now, man,
bro. I'll show you whenever we get off here, bro. Like my name on DoorDash is Keith L, bro. Like, hey,
shit out there, test that down,
bro. Dead serious, like, especially I've been fast food restaurants, don't care. Yeah. But like,
kind of casual dining.
Yeah, but like casual dining and everything, they see that name come through there and they like, wait a minute, like, bro, I promise you, everything, extra stuff in the bag, all type of stuff. And
they got condiments for the free.
Bro. And I'm gonna tell you little notes and everything. Hope you enjoy, like, bro. And I'm gonna tell you this: what made me do it? I was watching. I told you I watch food reviews. Like it's a niche. Like I was watching Keith Lee, and he was like, "Yeah, I can't order under my name because then people are going." He was like, "They will, match the service to the name because they know who I am, and they're going to." He was like, "I won't get the real experience." I was like, Well, shoot, if you don't want to take on the Keith Lee favors, then hey, I don't mind if I do. Let me go ahead and take advantage of the Keith Lee thing. And bro, when he was here in Dallas doing his food reviews in Dallas, oh bro, I was the door, because people like, hey, look,
they don't know he here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Hey, look, I think a lot of people do now, but yes, he is based here in Dallas. So, hey, listen, to all of my restaurant stuff, you don't know if it's him or not. So don't change it up. You don't never know.
We just spoke to him.
But yeah, but so like where you kind of touched on that you were shaky at first or whatever. But so when did you know you had traction and the review thing was good? Because I heard you say you started buying equipment. So what was that push like?
To be real, for me, man, it was really like the interactions, like the views started coming in, obviously, and like anytime I would post on my page, like even before I started doing reviews, like I would still get like a good amount of reactions. Like I know motherfuckers act like they don't pay attention to that, but like they do.
Right, everybody do.
It's social media. Like I'll be the first one to say like hell yeah. That's why I know the peak times when to post, but right. I really just started seeing that kind of flow through. Then people was just like, you need to go here, like, you need to go here, like, And then restaurant owners started hitting me, like, in messages and shit. And, like, I'm bad at checking Messenger, to be 100%.
Yeah, you are.
He's like, like somebody caught me lacking at the booth. She was like, I've been trying to get it on you for 3 weeks. I said, I'll be checking it, man. I was like, my bad.
Like, that's why I was just like, you know what? I know how to get his attention, so like,
and that's how I went to go. I was like, who is this? Let me go. I was like, oh, boom, here we go.
Right.
Yeah. But so once that kind of started happening, man, like I was like, all right, bet, like I'm finna kind of just like go off with this shit,
right.
Man. And I did so much, and like a lot of people were kind of just like still pull up here, man. Like I even had a fucking meet and greet.
Right.
I had a little restaurant, man. Our business was doing a little bit slow. And I pulled up out there, man, shit, they couldn't handle the rush.
Right.
Like, I mean, that bitch feeling
no,
bad.
bro,
like,
you got traction, bro.
And it was one of those, I was like, okay, then, like, I gotta kind of use this shit. You know what I mean? And ever since then, like, it's been pretty great to be real.
Right. Yeah, like, bro, no, you got good, engaging content, bro, and you give honest opinion. So I'm gonna say, what makes a place get a good review? Like, what do you look for? And hey, restaurant owners, people cooking plates, pay attention, like so. Yeah. But what are the key indicators that
that I kind of grade off of? And so like again, we come from the corporate America world, so like, and I had broke this down when I started, but I've gotten a lot of attention since then, so it's a good time to tell them again. So for me, I grade off like NPS scoring, like net promoter scoring. So like for me, a 10 and 9 is great. 8 and 7 is like, alright. Like, it was alright.
You heard what I just told you.
Yeah, but before the camera came on, like anything below like anything below like a 7 is
a no for me.
It's a no. And so like, but for me, what makes a good spot, like customer service means everything, but I won't grade you on that, for that. I said I was gonna do it, but I didn't. But like. Yeah.
See, people get a customer service.
Yeah, it's really the food now. Now I'm gonna call your ass out in the video. I was like, hey, this motherfucker here, such and such name tag, like rude as hell. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I know a lot of people gonna see it and they go to the restaurant and now they know it's you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But like, as long as like, if it ain't nothing I can tell you, like I could have did a little better. Like I wouldn't say I hate giving 10s, but like because then people that it's kind of fake. But like for me, like you got to keep it real, man. Right. Like if it's a 10, it's a 10. But like. Ain't no changes I wouldn't make. Yeah. Like for me, if it's a burger and like the bun got oil on it, that motherfucker soft, got a little crunch. Like it's the little details that make like they put they all in this shit. Like, and I used to cook back in the day. I used to make plates, but I stopped because man, you gotta really love that shit.
You got to love food, bro, and
you can't disrespect it.
Yes, exactly. Like with anything that's a service-based business. I take the Jordan model where Michael Jordan told people like the same game that I gave in New York tonight, the next night I got to go back to Chicago and give them the same game because people paid their hard-earned money to come and see it. So like with food, especially, like you can't phone it in one day, like man, I don't really feel like cooking, so like I'm gonna just slap something together. No, the person came you expecting to get good food. So
great food.
Great food. Yeah, especially depending on the price that they paying for.
Can you imagine this? Let's say somebody made like $20 an hour, right?
Yeah.
They work a 10-hour day. That's $200. Not even taxes, right?
Yeah.
Let's say they a family of 5.
Right.
And you know what, man? They done seen this little mukbang. Somebody, not even my review. Somebody else that made that shit look gas. We finna go over there.
Right.
5 people going to, you know what I'm saying? Your bill at least 100, 120. You know what I'm saying?
I have a family of 5.
I was like, so
I have a family of 5, bro.
So that's $120.
But 120 is a light one. My average bill at a restaurant, and we talking mid-tier restaurant, will bill 50, bro. And that's if me and my wife don't get drinks. Like, you know.
And you gotta get the drink.
You gotta get
shit, we done work hard to get up in this bitch.
Right, yeah. Exactly. So like you pushing 200, and I get exactly what you're saying. So somebody making $20 an hour, that's a day's worth of work that you spending on one meal.
And they fumbled it because they ain't want to be there. And you know, I know everybody got shit going on, but like you said, man, when you gotta go to work, you gotta work.
You gotta show up.
Yeah.
But that's why, back to your point, you gotta have a passion for it. If food is gonna be your thing, like I enjoy cooking when I'm in the mood. Like, you know, to where and so that's why I've always known. Now, don't get me wrong. I have plans to invest in a restaurant one day, but like that's a business move. I don't have a passion for food to be like, oh, I want to oversee and work at a restaurant every day.
Nah, I feel you on that.
Okay, so we kind of talked about I want to ask, how many tens have you given out?
I've probably given out maybe, I'll say 4 to 5. 4 to 5 tens, and I've probably shot easily 60 videos maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, probably maybe even a little bit more than that, but I'll say 60 videos to be fair.
60 videos and 4 tens out of. Can you remember who they were?
You know, one of them was What's the Taco in Maybank.
Okay.
Now they had like what do you call them? Oh shit, it was the Smash Burgers, Fire.
Okay.
They got a 10. Damn, I'm on the spot with this one. And you see, I can't even remember who got the 10 because like I really don't be giving 10s out. Man, I will say there's a bunch of people who got like 9.6s. Like, it sucks, but again, it was that one little thing.
That one little right?
Yeah, but for sure, like off the top of my dome, who I knew has gotten a 10, and that, some people would be pissed. Oh shit, who was it? Man, I ended up having Mr. Jim's not too long ago. I shot that. That was my last video. Another 1 at 40. Yeah, I didn't even know. I didn't know Mr. Jim's was still around.
Right.
Still gas, bro. But you know, Domino's the only thing we got over here. Right. So like, I made that little trip, man. I like little stuff.
I saw that one. I did see that one. Hey, the pizza, look.
Fire.
Yeah.
So shout out to Mr. Jim's and Forney's too, man.
Okay.
Like, that's like they franchise, so they own it. So it ain't just like no corporate little spot where they just trying to do their little thing, but like they actually give a fuck about what they doing in there. So those are 2 off the top of my dome for sure.
Okay.
But again, you allude to like that's how close it is, so I'm just be throwing them out like that. Yeah.
Okay, so have you ever had a place that was hyped up, like, it had a lot of, just, and people were talking about it, but you went there and you were disappointed?
Pop's Fried Chicken and Taro.
Pop's Fried Chicken and Taro.
I'm gonna talk my shit, yeah.
Bro, that's why you sit there. I know you don't. I know you gonna keep it a book.
Bro, they fans, they was on some hating shit.
Really?
I'm talking about, let me tell you, when I had like hate mail.
Yeah.
And I guess that's another time when I realized I had some motion with. I started getting a little fucking hate.
Bro, when you get it on the other side, listen, number one, you got an audience.
Yeah.
Because that old saying, like, out of 10 people, 4 people ain't gonna care. 4 people gonna love what you. 4 people gonna love what you got going on. 4 people are gonna be indifferent, and then 2 people gonna hate it. Yeah. To where once you get, a large people, so that's 20%. Yeah. So once you start seeing a good portion of hate, okay, obviously you ain't gonna focus on it, but at least hey, I got an audience right here.
So it was Pop's Fried Chicken, man. So it was like, oh, you gotta go here, and
so people pushed you there.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it was like you need to get to Taro, you gotta get to Taro.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, all right, bet, hold on, you know what I'm saying? I ain't, never really just pulled up in Terrell like that.
Right.
You know, we played the basketball season there, but nothing major. So, man, I pull up the first time. I go inside, and I can't say I'm not known, but I'm not popping. No one knows me in Terrell. You know what I'm saying? So I go in there, I actually go inside and order my food.
Okay.
I'm doing this, and Pop's fried chicken. I thought it was like black owned. Not that it made a difference, but like I'm kind of going in there.
You got a certain mindset.
Yeah, I go in there, man. I was just hella disappointed. Like the chicken was the only good thing the first time. The cornbread, flavorless. Macaroni, flavorless. Mashed potatoes, trash. Catfish, cold as a motherfucker. So
dang, bro.
I'm eating. I'm like, and at this point, like, I'm paying for my meals, like, and you can't just review one thing. So, like you say, like, I'm going in here spending
at least $60.
money. Yeah, man.
$60,
So people can see multiple things. No one wants to see you eat one item.
Eat one meal.
Okay, so
that's not a full.
For food review, so I'm kind of spending, on average about 40 to 50, on each of these videos, starting out. So I do that, man. I go to the whip. I'm like, this shit is trash, bro. And I drop the video. This is my first video where I really don't fuck with it.
Yeah.
And man, this shit.
So how long had you been doing it at this point?
I had probably been in the game probably like five months.
5 months.
And I'm probably dropping like 2 videos a week. Like when I first got in it, I'm dropping them. Like
so you about to. So at that point, we'll say, let me see, 2 videos a week, 5 months in the game. So, about 40 videos in.
So and that math may be out, but also I'll say I probably at least have 20 for sure.
20 videos
for sure. Now I've had some 8s in here. I've had like a 7.3. Something really on the border, but not like to where I would go back and give them a chance, but nothing that's this bad to where I'm like I can't see myself going back here.
Right.
So,
okay. So this the first time you finna snatch the rug out.
Yeah. So I'm like, they was he just keep giving out. I'm like, well, bingo, a spot that y'all requested that is ass cheeks. You know what I'm saying? So I dropped the video, man, and I'm doing this shit on purpose. I'm dropping the video at like 5 o'clock. I put me one in the air.
Yeah.
Little drink. Man, I'm crashing the fuck out by 8 o'clock. I'll always know when my shit jumping and I open my Facebook app and that motherfucker say like 86
notifications.
86 notifications. I click it, 100 shares. At this point, 21,000 views, and it's only like 8 hours, bro.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, I'm reading the comments and shit. I'm like, fuck, like. And like I said, I don't be on Messenger. I look at Messenger. It's like, you have 76 message requests.
Whoa.
I got some people telling me to go eat here. I got some people calling me a fraud. I don't stay out here because they don't know where I stay.
Right.
I'm not dropping the low. Like, no one really knew where I stayed up until about a year ago. And then I was like, fuck it, I'm out here in the crane with it. You know what I'm saying? So like I was even on the news out here, but I never posted it to my page because these motherfuckers have my government name. Lives in Crandall. I'm like, no, this shit ain't getting dropped right here. Like, I'm like, no, y'all got. So I never put that video. I can probably drop it now, but yeah, man. So, and this is like her name was Gail, white chick from Terrell, bro. And it's like you kind of coming at me because you like you don't even stay from around here. Like, don't ever disrespect Pop's fried chicken. Like, so because some
don't disrespect.
Yeah, like she dying for these motherfuckers, bro. So somebody shared my post and like a Terrell page that got like 40,000 people.
Right. So
she's like, y'all need to take this, because somebody invited me to go look at the comments.
Yeah.
So at this point, I'm who talking shit? I'm ready to look, and I don't reply to comments because like, fuck it, it's free game.
Right.
What do I look like defending myself at every fucking hate comment?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, so I'm looking at shit, and she's like, this guy's he's an outsider, like he lives in Garland. Don't share this video here. He doesn't even live here, and like. Motherfuckers like, I checked his profile and so I walk out front shitting on him.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, look, we out here, man, in the crib, nice brick stone crib.
Right.
This is not Garland, Miss Gail. Since you want to know, I said it's trash there. I'm just talking my shit. Like, you hating and they gonna leave my post there because like it don't matter if I did or not. Somebody else shared this shit in there.
Yeah.
So. Then I'm starting kind of doing a little motion, so I chill out on them. I'm going to doing other shit, but I spend a block on these cats because I had a game at Terrell Excel in Terrell on a Sunday.
Yeah.
Black folk like chicken on a Sunday. So I'm like, you know what? It's been about 5 months. Let me go spend that block.
Yeah.
So I go there. This time I order in the whip because I know
they know.
Yeah, bro.
You probably got your picture on the wall.
Bro, that video it was over 100,000 views.
Yeah.
So I spin the block and I got 10 on my Explorer. Crack the window. I'm trying to order. She's like, hold on 1 second. So I roll my window up. And it was a hold on 1 second. Like this motherfucker rounded the posse up. Whole fucking restaurant.
What?
Whole back staff. So when she opened the window, it's about 10 motherfuckers there. And them girls were back like, that is him. And I'm like, shit. She's like, what can I have? I was like, yeah, let me get a 2-piece. Let me get a little, a little thigh and a little leg. I said, let me get a 2-piece catfish, macaroni, mashed potatoes. And she's like, well, we got rolls. We're on the corner. I said, I'll take the rolls. They made sure I had hot sauce. Last time, I ain't getting shit. Like, I was inside, but it's like, they had a badass attitude the first time when I went in there, like, to where, like, you ain't want to help me type shit.
Right.
So they made sure I got all this shit in there. Now I pull around the corner, and, like, I'm looking at my rear view, and the window's open. They're like, he's pointing at me, because I'm eating in the parking lot.
Right.
Like, I'm gonna make sure that how you served it is how it's on the video.
Right.
It was a little bit more better, but I can't not really. It was, again, just the chicken, and this time the roll was good. So I was like, nah, that shit is ass. Pops fried chicken, definitely ass cheese.
That's crazy.
Nah, I'm cool on that. But yeah, that was one that was highly boosted.
Okay, good. All right. I will not be going. I ain't even heard of it, but I will not be. But now you finna make me circle back and go watch the video.
Yeah, it's on there. The first one and the second.
Okay, for sure. I just want to see it. I ain't gonna lie. Hey, bro, I laughed at some comments. Okay, what are some hidden gem restaurants that are around that that people might not know about, but like even if it ain't a 10, but like one that you would say
that I would still tip my hats off to, man. So El Teja Twist and Forney is like right across. It's right off of what is that? It's by that Domino's and Shells off 20, that fireworks stand, man.
Okay. I know when you go up to about Helms Trail.
Helms Trail, it's right off Helms Trail, man. So that's another solid hidden gem, man. That shit was gas. They got like Mexican food and barbecue at the same time, combined.
El
Tejas Tex-Mex Twist. It's like, so like they got little barbecue, little Spanish food like that. Yeah. And to me, it didn't taste like, because I don't really fuck with Tex-Mex, so like it wasn't Tex-Mex to me. Like I had bonita tacos, man, queso. Man, I had little Texas Twinkies. They Texas Twinkies was gas, man. Okay. They fire, man. B4 barbecue in Maybank. Another solid ass spot, man. Like that was my first time I ever had like cobbler, man. I had blackberry cobbler. That shit was gas, and only made it on Sundays. Yeah, and I they gave me like a big ass tray, man. Yeah. I didn't even have to pay for it, so shout out to them. So shit was gas, man. Because barbecue expensive.
Yeah,
so,
barbecue.
Like, they're like, what's your favorite barbecue joint? I'm like, I have my garage because like I can't afford that shit. You know what I mean? Kids, but yeah. So I mean that's another solid one. Yeah, that's probably about the most ones. And of course, again, man, you got to shout out What's a Taco, man. I almost disrespected them. My bad. Coco Roco Munchies in Maybank, Texas as well. Fire, bro.
Coco Roco Munchies.
Go check that video out, man. They was actually finna close down, man. And, she hit me up. I was like, hey, be low-key closing the doors, Jake. If you want to spin a block, get you whatever, man. So I pull up on them, man, and I drop them a review. I ain't, I'm saying, she don't even know I'm going to do a review. But, I was like, man, whatever. Like, I pay for whatever. Like, I'm going to pull back up on it. Because, Maybank from here is about a 30-minute drive. Yeah. Shit. So I get out there, man. She's kind of telling me a story. They probably finna close the doors. You know what I'm saying? Like, business ain't going. Man, we dropped the video. Man, they was able to kind of stay open.
Okay.
Like, that message just got out that they were...
And they still open now?
They still open
now. I'll pull up. Like, I like good food, bro. So, like...
Yeah. And when I'm talking about, like, man, they got anything from really, like, tacos to... elote to like sweets, man, like hella sweets.
Okay.
Gotta check that,
Hey, bro. Okay, so if you had to say a date night spot that you want to recommend to somebody, where would you?
Ooh, a date night spot, man. So it's been a little minute kind of since I ain't really kind of just stepped to no like date night areas over here. Now they say like I think that Prime XL shit got like closed down or some shit like that. Or something, but like they got a new spot called like Poor Decisions. So, but for me, I ain't really been on a little Elling day night, you know, in a little minute, you know, shit. Gotta do better at that, you know. I'll be the first to admit that.
Hey,
see, because, like, you know, I'm the type that, like, you know, me and my shawty, like, we cool to, like, go out in the garage, you know what I'm saying, roll one, you know what I'm saying, a little drink, you know, kid free, you know, go on at that time, but like, that's kind of for that, but like, you know, even then, like, me and, like, you know, we'll prefer to kind of, like, go, like, to, like a little chill bar, you know what I mean, like, get some drinks, you know what I'm saying, turn up.
That's actually my next, so, good bars locally here.
Locally,
what would you say, like, for a good vibe?
So I fuck with Outlaw Saloon, man, I've gone there a couple times, they play rap music. Like, when you look at it, you look like, man, say, hell no. Like, this the spot. And you open the door, you're like, oh, this bitch jumping. You know what I'm saying? Like, it looked like an old little Western spot. But, you know, Outlaw Saloon, that's another one, like, just 6 minutes away from us. A little back road, man. What's that spot, man?
I passed by there. And like, bro, dead serious, when you just said that, like, it looked like a little Western.
Yeah, it looked like the house from Courage the Cowardly Dog, bro.
Yeah, like, bro, dead serious. Like,
it really do now.
But it's jumping.
It's jumping, bro. Like, yeah, and for me, like, it's the affordable drinks.
Yeah.
Like, man, you know, so when I go out, I drink Patron. That shit, you know, I'm gonna have a good night. I'm on some Patron. Like, we team the fuck up. So, man, they Patron shots be affordable. Like, beers be straight. When you go to the city, man, that shit be overpriced.
Way overpriced. Like, bro, way overpriced, bro. Like, man.
Anytime I get, like, my tab from there, like, I ain't like, oh, you know what I'm saying? This one of those, like, shit, let me put another one on that bitch. Like, that's it, keep the change.
Keep them coming,
I'm kind of faded, $33, like, oh, nah, we busted at 80, like, nah, we go. And so, you know, they one of those, man, and it's another one. It's like a little, it's a spot on 80. I'm drawing a blank on the name, but yeah, it's another little spot on Bearded Monkey.
Bearded Monkey. Bro, Bearded Monkey is the one spot that I found right here that for me it was a hidden gem because
it is.
From the outside I was like
they own Outlaws, the spot I'm talking about.
They do?
They just bought them out. So you got the same vibe
from Bearded Monkey, but
over here. And like, I mean, one time I was at Bearded, man, like Forney PD was trying to like get on the niggas, so like had to duck there. So I was like, like, and I was straight, but it's just like, you know, for us, like, it's kind of a trip. It's a trip. Yeah. So when they bought out this one, now you got that same turn up vibe 5 minutes away.
Bro, I'll tell you, man, I'm the person believe in 100 different hustles, so sparingly I would drive Uber, bro.
Yeah.
And that's how I got on the Bearded Monkey because somebody needed to get picked up from there. I pulled up. They never came outside, so I'm that courteous Uber driver. I'm like, man, let me go in here and, you know what I'm saying, see where the person is. So like, to where immediately when I go in, like, to where I'm hearing like Jeezy playing. Never expected that.
Nah.
Like, you know, I started looking at the crowd. I'm like, okay, it's a nice, diverse crowd, and the DJ was just turned, like, and I was like, man. So I was like, you know what? Whenever I log off here, I'm gonna circle back on here and see
I'm gonna
pull up. And bro, it was the same. And then so like the couple times I've gone, I was like, okay, the Bearded Monkey is a spot. So when people ask me about a spot to go turn up at, I'll be like, look, y'all go check out the Bearded Monkey over there. But since Outlaw is close to us, okay.
Yeah, and it's one of those, like, I know, like, our people feel like, damn, like, because I do see a lot of, like, you know, our people, I kind of ask on the page, like, where can I get that vibe? And it's like, believe it or not, like, you can catch that hoe right around the corner. Like, and like you said, so when you go in there, you're like, damn, I'm kind of throwed. And like, that was my first time, like, when I went in the Bearded, like, I went in, like, on a little casual date type shit, like you were saying. And so we kind of had a little vibe, but, you know, like, we old at heart, so it's like 10:30. I'm at the table, like, I'm like, man, we got to drink this bitch, fuck out of here. But it was still teed up, and I pulled up one more time when my boy stayed out here with me. We went, you know, had a couple drinks, got the hell on. We was like, it was.
Oh yeah, that's what I say, bro. And then the thing is, it's not a young crowd. Like it ain't no old folks, it ain't nursing home, but like to where it's a good middle-aged spot. Like, you know, to where when we do have time to get away from the kids and everything. So shout out to Bearded Monkey if y'all see this. Hey, let me get a drink. Just so y'all know, my page is a mix of Louisiana and Texas people and stuff like that. So, like, my people coming in from Louisiana, they will take these recommendations and patronize y'all.
Yeah, I saw that little Saints thing out there. Man. I was like, you know,
Die Hard, who that?
I see, right? You know what's crazy? So, like, my pops in up in Shreveport, so like they
your pops from Shreveport?
Yeah, they rock from LSU heavy.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Oh, dang, bro. Like, I'm from 30 minutes east of Shreveport, little town called Hefner.
Yeah, I be trying to get on. I need to be getting on my dad's ass. I'm like, man, like, and you don't tell me shit about Louisiana.
Yeah.
Like, you know, we went down there like one time when I was like 10, but like, I don't know shit about it. But like, I got a couple of homies. They like, I'm from the boot, you know, right around there. But a lot of people, they still be like, oh, Shreveport ain't even Louisiana. It ain't.
Man, some people say that. No, I will tell you this: from North Louisiana to South Louisiana, it's a completely different culture.
Yeah.
Like, you know, to where like I will be the first to admit that. Like, I'm a diehard Saints fan and everything, but you know, that's not to say I don't have love for New Orleans, because go down there for the Bayou Classic, go down there for Mardi Gras, like, you know, go down there, visit the few family members that are down there, different stuff like that. But I'm a North Louisiana boy through and through. We country boys, bro. Like, you know, we country boys, bro. Like, to where they call the top part where I'm from Sportsman's Paradise. That's because you can hunt, fish, do all that. Like, to where, bro.
I never knew that. So
yeah, bro. We grew up on 4-wheelers and stuff. So, like, to where, but it's still Louisiana, bro. Like, you know, to where, but Texas is home. Like, in a lot of ways, I feel I'm more of a Texan than I am a Louisiana. My Louisiana people don't beat me up over that, but y'all know I basically grew into manhood out here, and like, you know, to where,
and that's really when you become you type shit.
Yes, exactly, bro. Like, you know, to where, so that's why one of my taglines that I always use is Louisiana made, Texas paid, but Jesus saved. So like,
that shit fire. Yeah, I gotta give me a little slogan like that.
Bro, like dead serious, like, bro, because like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I was born down there in Louisiana, that's where I grew up at, but Texas paid me, bro. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that, and like my people know that, like, you know, to where it did, but ultimately, like, hey, look, Jesus done saved us all, so like, to where
I love that, man. That's playing, man.
Yeah, bro.
You got me over here from being like, hey, ChatGPT,
yeah, bro. That's what's on the back window of all my cars.
I didn't even. So I saw it on
the Challenger, on my truck too. Like, but you see that Cromwell logo down in the bottom.
I see that. Yeah, gotta represent, man.
Yes, sir. Which that's a great pivot to literally the next section on here. So tell me about the youth sports programs you're involved in. How did you get started with youth sports, and just like what all you do in that regard?
So really and truly, I got my foot in the door. I'm gonna throw a little shout out, Courtney Hammer. Really not in the basketball scene no more. You know, her kids are really in the racing and shit. And you know, like that's cool.
Like track?
Like I'm talking about like go karts.
Go kart race. That's what I asked.
Race cars. So that's what I'm getting on my ass. Race cars. You know, so
that's a scene around here.
Hell, you know they got a whole little track over here.
Where?
Right,
you put me up on something.
So on the side of the cotton gym, but on the other side of the little golf, they got a whole fucking like little racetrack over there.
So there's like
it's a whole. I've never been, but like it's a whole spot. Like I believe on Fridays, we can fuck around and pull up to it. Like
bro, legit. Like, hey, look, hey, we'll go out there and check it out. Like, bro, like I love go kart racing. I'm a country boy, bro. Like 4-wheeler side by side.
Yeah, like bro, they got that, and like it's legit and all. Like, so her little son, he probably like maybe going to the 2nd or 3rd grade. Okay. He doing it, and then like I coached her daughter Jordan. Yeah. You know, she was doing it, but kind of how I got on the scene was I came out here. Actually, prior to that, Jeanette, she's on the page, a realtor, so shout out to her as well. She was like, hey, yo, like, do you kind of mind starting to train my little Jackie, yo? And I know a lot of people know Princess Jackie out here, man. Yeah. So started training her daughter. She's like, hey, well, you know, like, if you want to like come to their game, like they play on this day. At this point, I lost my team in the city, so I'm kind of really just out here I'm kind of trying to find my way through the fucking, you know, the basketball drill. Right, okay. So I go to one of her games, and they get their ass kicked. I'm talking about they 36-0, man.
Slaughter.
And I'm in the stands like, woo, Jackie! Like, hey, shoot the ball, nigga. Like, so I watched that. I'm watching Courtney Hammer, man. She's kind of like just spazzing out on him, and I'm like, I love her aggression how she coaching them, because I'm getting on your ass too. It's 36-0. Like, put a body on her. She's chewing their ass out, and I'm like, that's how I coach. Because when I came out here, like, even the city coaches be like, you from New York? I'm like, nah. They're like, you coach like it. I'm like, because like I'm if we doing this shit, we doing it. You know what I mean? And so I kind of got on the scene with that. I watched 2 more of their games, but I started that. Now they gave me the invite to their practice. Okay. So she's the head coach, still coaching them their first Crandall season, and I'm low-key just running practice with them at this point. I've gone from training Jackie to kind of like running her practices for her. I'm a silent partner at this point. Now they didn't win the game, but I did help them start scoring points.
Okay, so
you gotta start somewhere.
It was no goose egg.
Yeah, it was none of that. Like they would at least get 2 points. And so once their season wrapped up, they was kind of like, yo, would you kind of want to take over? And at this point, I got my daughter ready to play now, so I got the secret weapon over here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, fuck it. So we playing Terrell Excel. I'm like Wildcat Academy.
Yeah.
Wildcat Ranch, Wildcat Academy. Now,
Right.
fuck it, we gonna merge them.
Yeah.
So then, boom, we coaching. So I started coaching in Terrell, and I know like the refs, they don't really fuck with me. Who is this guy? Like, and that's some real shit. Like, I low key got to earn my respect out here because refs dog shitting me, coaches dog shitting me. But shout out Zoe Butler, man. He's a referee. He's also a teacher at Barbara Walker, man.
Okay.
My daughter went there this year, so she got to stay in contact with him. We played 18 first game.
Yeah.
Me, I'm like, man, I ain't ready to go out. I mean, they pull up. Terrell was co-ed first and second grade. We playing the second grade boys AAU team. I got a bunch of girls who just went 0-8. My daughter who can ball. I said, God, they like, Coach, look at those boys. I'm like, it's a whole team full of boys. We lose 5-20, right? That's the only game I've lost since I've been here since 2022.
Really?
But we lost to AAU boys. Like, these boys are still hooping now. They get solid, man. R1, T1, man. Reach one, teach one. That's what they're kind of playing underneath.
Okay.
And now they're kind of branching out doing other ones. But so we only lose to them. Next game, we come back, we kick ass. We win the rest of the season.
Yeah.
Girls are happy. I'm like, man, we got the story of a team who went 0-8 to a team who now went to 7-1.
Right.
We play in the playoffs. Of course, we lose because we win 2 games and we finally meet these boys again in the semis.
Okay.
So I'm like, fuck. Of course, I ain't said we couldn't beat it.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna sit there and act like they mopped the floor with us. They shooting threes, hitting their little comments, and I'm pissed, bro. I don't like losing, but at the end of the day, so. That shit kind of happened, man, but I just started over time just kind of getting girls, like, just networking. I'm like, okay, bet, like, my daughter knows this child. And, hey, Coach, we see you coach this age group. Like, do you... Now I'm kind of getting some pieces put together. Now I'm getting competitive teams. And we don't lose.
Bro, you've been going off. Like, like, just from seeing where you be posting and congratulating and stuff, I'm like, bro, got a squad and then, but... I see you actually have a passion for it. So, like, where does that come from? What makes you want to pour into the kids? Yeah,
man. So, for me, I kind of feel like I fucked up my childhood, you know what I'm saying? Like, in high school, being fast as hell, had a kid, you know what I'm saying, in high school.
How old were you when you had your first kid?
I was 16.
16?
I was 16.
When the kid was born?
I was 17.
17 when was born.
So it was like, right. I was maybe been 17, like 4 months, man.
So I'm just curious, when you found out that she was pregnant, what was your first initial reaction?
It was on purpose.
It was on purpose?
Just dumb. I've been glad to.
Bro, it was on purpose?
Wow,
bro, hey.
Her dad was super fucking strict, bro. We done been dating like 3 months too. Just young and dumb.
So
bro.
It wasn't even like
It wasn't a shock. We knew what it was like, and we only been dating like 3 months. Like her dad.
How old was she?
Same age, 16.
16, okay.
So her dad was like super fucking
bro.
controlling, and we just wanted to link up. So we was like, fuck it, like if you get like we gotta be together, bro. We didn't even fucking stay together. Like,
how long did y'all break up after the baby?
So we never really could break up because her mom lived in New York, and when her dad found out she got pregnant, he beat her ass and kicked her out. Damn. So my mom gets legal guardianship, like literally legal, like paperwork finalized. So now my mom's her guardian.
Okay.
We ain't dating, but we in the same fucking crib. You
know
what I'm saying? We at mama house. We still in high school.
That's basically the stepsister.
Yeah, like, basically at that point.
So you would be uncle and pops.
So we not really revolving at this point. So then she kind of started chopping it up with this one dude. And I'm kind of like, fuck, I'm kind of like missing you type shit. Yeah. So then that shit happened. But then I'm like, hell no.
But she had the baby though, right?
She did, yeah. She had the baby. So then she ended up getting pregnant again.
Yeah.
Just me being a fucking, bonehead.
By you?
I'm 17. I'm 17 still.
Yeah.
So I'm like, nothing changed when she got pregnant. That time we still like worked together.
Right.
So that's kind of like how that shit
But that
happened.
time went on purpose, right?
No, I'll say that one. No, yeah, that one. No, yeah. that would know. Like I actually had to get like a little test to be real. But that's my hooper now. Like you know, like I was there still at birth, wasn't sure, but like you know, just by the faith of God, like I'm there, and the time to come to find out, like I was, and like so that's why me and my Nene, we got like that relationship to where it's like I'm on because like I know what you're capable of, man. But just kind of back on point, like. I was a bonehead in high school, and like I feel like I fucked up like my basketball career. Like I played a full freshman year, and I think I did good. Like, but I was like the guinea pig of the family because nobody really plays sports. So I was the first one to kind of get into sports and kind of see how it goes. So I don't even really watch the NBA at this point. And I'm going to the league. Like didn't like the weight room, didn't like to run. You know what I'm saying? Like so the shit that I'm like. I know there's some kids thinking the same shit I was thinking, so let me come back and coach. And I didn't start out coaching girls. I started out coaching boys. And I'll say I've been coaching so long that that 6th grade team, they're about 21 right now. Yeah. So, like, they're about 21. My ex, I used to coach her little brother. His name is Lil Anthony. Shout out Young. And he rapping and shit now. Lil Best rapping, man. That's my boy. But, so I'm coaching him, man. He's in the 7th grade. Dude's he's 21 now. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I knew if I could give them that message, like boom. So I coached them for a bit. I chill out. My daughters get of age during COVID. I started coaching them. Coaching them in the city. Like my middle one, man, like she kind of just like she rode the bench because I had a point guard because she had to play up. Like she was kindergarten playing in the 2nd grade division. Okay. Because COVID, it was like 2 spectators per 1 kid, and me and her mama not together. My girl want to come, hub, whatever want to come. My mama, so like so I made her play up, rode the bench. They go 2-6 because I got this mom on my team that won't fucking let me coach how I want to coach. Yeah. She finally quits my team with her 2 twins. We went out, the last 2 games of the season. When you're coaching at this age, like it's like the NBA still. Like, if you lose, you're gonna lose your fucking team. Right. So like I'm out here coaching. Now you coaching them hard. Like I want my parents to return. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I want them to see the growth. Their child's having fun, so they spin the block. So then we go 8-0. In Plano at this time. I'm playing at PSA 2. So they invite us to the 3rd grade girls playoffs because 2nd grade didn't offer playoffs. We go win the semis and shit. And we're like, okay, we can do this shit. Right. We're doing this. My team gets hijacked. That's how I come out here. But like, just the passion I have is like, I be wanting them to like learn that this shit just don't happen. Like you gotta make it happen. And before we switch segments. So like this season, man. So I don't know if anybody knows, but Keontae George, he's like the point guard of the Utah Jazz. Like I coached his sister. Like she's here in Heartland. You know what I mean? And so like for me, it's like okay, cool. I got a NBA brother in our circle. The pops Jason Siggers. He was actually coaching for Crown Ohio this year. He played pro ball overseas. So it's like I got these guys.
Man, it's crazy how many people are from like. Professional athletes from the Crown area. JSN started over here. Ooh. Jackson Smith and Jiggle.
Did he really?
Yes. Like I don't want to publicly put out where his family stayed, but they close. Like
I know he was in Rockwall for a little bit.
But he started at Crown. Yeah, like and then it was a lot going on how he ended up over there at Rockwall and a lot that happened. But yeah, he from over here. And Legend Bay is right over there in Heartland. Yep. Yeah, so like, we put some stuff out in the area.
And that's why I be trying to represent because it's like, bro, the basketball team we have for the next few years, man, like Heartland Middle School, their girls program, they haven't lost a game in like 2-3 years.
Yeah, hey, and remember, I'm saying it here first. Maybe not next year, but within the next 4 years, Crown High School football team will win the state championship.
I can believe it.
Bro, they got pieces. See, my son plays football at Heartland right now. He going over there to the high school. And I ain't just saying he a dog.
What's his name? The receiver over there. I got his pops on Facebook. He's got hella offers already. He was a junior receiver this year. He's gonna be a senior this year.
Right.
Number 3.
Yeah. They got some pieces, bro. And that coach over there, the head coach. Like I've met him. And sat down and listened to what he got to say. Like they got a good program, bro. Like that's what I say. Bro, just mark this. I'm telling you,
the next 4 years.
The next 4, they gonna get at least one, but because they got pieces and they'll start gelling and everything. But back to you with the sports. What do you think kids need most today outside of sports itself, but still, what should be their takeaway from sports? Because we know everybody not gonna go to the league, everybody might not even go to college, but what do you think sports can give kids that they can take into adulthood?
So my biggest thing is communication. So like, you know, for us, like that's heavy, man. My girls tell I do this like talk, like I scream because it's like, bro, y'all will talk all fucking day.
Yeah.
Off the court, in the car, on the way to practice, after practice. You know, you can just be loud as hell. So when we on the court, like, talk, communication. Right. So for me, it's like, you know, my stepdad was military, dad military, you know what I'm saying?
My parents are military.
Yeah, you know, so moms and they did all that. So, like, they were vocal with us. They would be direct. And that's my biggest thing is, like, I want them to be able to communicate. And, like, I know when they get older, whether I coach boys or girls, but, like, my girls, I want them to be able to, like, communicate when they get older, you know, like, because at some point, you know, like, I may be able to talk to my partner. I'm like, damn, girl, like, you know, you kind of like, I just need you to like be able to. So I want to give them like straight, direct, you know, that what I was raised with, I'm pushing it on y'all because you see on the community how the kids be acting up.
Yes,
like,
of course, yeah.
My parents was on us like flies on shit, so it's like I hold my girls accountable. I check Skyroutes. I'm like, you're not on my team with a 30, you know, and I had a player, I wouldn't put her out, but like I said something about it and the grade got up. I'm like. You can't play on Wildcat Academy with that damn D. Like, nah. Because my kids, we got an A, honor roll, or B at the least.
Okay.
Because
that's salute, bro. Like, Hey, but do you know that's the first? And I ask a lot of people, like, when I'm talking about sports, well, because I'm a huge advocate for team sport. But any sport, because to perform at a high level in sport, it requires discipline, and it's got to be internal discipline that kids develop for themselves to be out, to go out and train and everything. But also, outside of discipline aspect, I understand that sports helps you learn your role in your place. Like, I'm a huge football fan. Wasn't a great football player. I was a musician. I was a band kid. But, like, to where I just still understand that everybody can't be the quarterback.
No.
Everybody can't be the wide receiver. No. And no matter how bad he might want to go out there and catch a pass, some dudes are just built to be linemen. Yeah. Some dudes are built with the defense mentality, but the thing is, all of those roles are necessary in order to mesh and get a good team. Yeah. And so through learning your role on the team and that you can be a contributor, that's what I value from sports. But I have never thought about the importance of every great team you see are great communicators. Yes. And like to where, but communication is essential in whatever lane you're in life. And so like, I ain't never thought about that. So that's a gem right there, bro, for real. Like to where,
I appreciate that.
And keep telling them girls to keep talking, bro, for real.
Talk.
Okay, so kind of pivoting to you personally, how difficult is it balancing the work you do here within Wildcat, your own life, family, and start talking about work-family balance, and family comes in. It's crazy how that works sometimes. I don't even know if I'm gonna edit that out. I hate to hear. But yeah, the balance. How do you manage to balance it out?
To be real, so I used to have, before I lost my first page, because I had that's when I really couldn't keep up with shit. So I had hired I call her my niece cousin, because, you know, I had kids early. Yeah. So when my aunt decides to have a kid, like, I had a kid about 1.5 years, 2 years after her. So that's why I said, like, my niece cousin. So, A honor roll student, you know, like, she actually just low-key sent me a screenshot of her awards, you know, like, it was like, top of her class, like all that, like #1 type shit. So she would kind of like run my social media. I'd have her clock in for like 2 hours a day. Yeah. And I would cash out her weekly. Right. Just I was like, hey, like keep the engagement going. Like,
well, that's good stuff.
Yeah, I was like kind of responding to them. So that was before I had lost my page. Right. You know, it's a little difficult, I'll say at times. Like, you know, I'll get you always on your phone. Yeah. You know, bro, I get it. Right. I'll be like, look, because I got a corporate job. Like, so when I'm there, I can't just be on my phone like that. Like, you know, like I'm in sales, so like on my way home for traffic, like, you know, I look on it a couple, but like I ain't trying to, you know what I'm saying, just be looking down, because like I drive a lowered car, so like I ain't trying to hit a pothole, I ain't trying to crash that bitch. So when I get home, it's like my first time to finally just Poof, and don't let no drama happen on the page when I'm at work. And
yeah, because now you gotta go and fight fires.
Yeah. I mean, it's honestly tough, especially when I was like deep in the food reviews.
Yeah.
Then I'm doing this. Like, I remember I took like a 2 to 3 month break, man. I was just like, I gotta like chill the fuck out with this and lock in. So to answer the question, like it is rough. Like it's hard. Like social media for me is fun. You know, I don't take it too serious, but like it's kind of like a little job type shit.
No, it is, bro. It is a job because, like, for me, for instance, I have obviously my main 9 to 5, the main generator of income. But I just mentioned I got a family of 5. All my kids are involved in sport. Daughter in gymnastics, both sons in football. Like, where older son ran track, played basketball as well, different stuff like that. But then on top of that, I have a full running business with my installs and assemblies and everything and stuff. And like, you know, to where my wife, she got her own different things going on and different stuff like that. On top of also Such and Such radio. At times, like, to where it's so many different, I enjoyed all this, all fulfilling this, all a blessing because, like, you know, some folks ain't doing nothing. No. Like, you know, some folks ain't got nothing going on, or they trying to figure stuff out. I done figured out what I want to do or whatever, but like, no, it's definitely a hard balance. But do you know I've considered hiring an assistant, bro? Like, to where to where I'm like, man, like, you know. But honestly, my assistant probably would be more so for my contracting business, more so just to manage the scheduling and different stuff like that. But I ain't made the step yet. But like, to where, but now to hear you say that's what you had to do for the social media aspect. Yeah. Bro, but hey, listen, that's a blessing, bro. Like, for real.
I appreciate you.
Okay, so, like, I would say, I ask a lot of people this question. So, like, and it don't matter who. What would you say you want your legacy to be? Whenever, when it's all said and done, and like, you know what I'm saying, it's an end date on the other side of the dash. What would you say you want the legacy of Jake Dixon to be?
It's great because I mentioned that to somebody actually a couple of days ago. I was like, you know, like when I die, like I was like, I wonder how much people gonna be at like my funeral. You know what I mean? Like,
wow.
Like, I mean, how, and like, you know, but like, yeah, like I had to ask myself that because like I knew like a lot of people. Like I had a homie who ended up like he did some fucked up shit. Yeah. Ended up trying to rob the plug, you know, and the plug, you know, he killed him and he got away with it on self-defense. But like, so I lost my boy like that. You know, I went to middle school with him. And like, when I went to his funeral, oh man, like, bro had hella love. I'm talking about he had the whole joint packed.
Right.
Rest in peace.
What you say? You want the legacy to be the legacy of Jake Dixon?
Yeah, so pretty much, you know, I just kind of want folks to be like, man, good guy, funny as hell, you know, like, brought folks together, you know what I'm saying? Like, just always kept a positive vibe, and, you know, yeah, he would crash out every now and then, but, you know, like,
we all got it.
Yeah, like, I want to say, like, you know, he gave a fuck. He was passionate, cared about the youth, you know, kind of wanted them to, like, not really have to deal with, like, I want them to, like, skip the steps that I had to struggle with, and, like, that's the message I teach my kids to this day, is like, skip that.
That's the thing that bro, that's scriptural, actually. I don't like to where, I don't know where you at faith-wise, whatever.
Christian, you know, I could do much better. You know, I need to get up to church on a Sunday, but like, you know, I do believe in there's a higher power. Like, I do believe, like, I know that's the end goal. But.
For sure, and like, well, so since we agree on that, that's scriptural, bro. Like, where in Corinthians it say our experiences are not our own. Like the trial and tribulation we go through, or to be able to witness to other people and stuff. So like, where, but that is the ultimate goal. Is like, you know, where with my kids, I want them to be able to skip certain steps, like in every regard. Like, where I tell them all the time, Daddy learned the hard lesson, so you ain't got to.
Yeah.
Like, you know, but then also the things we build financially and different stuff like that or whatever. So like, where, bro, that's freaking awesome, bro. Like, where yeah. Okay, so couple more questions.
You good? I'm enjoying them.
So for somebody that wants to get more involved in their community, what advice would you give them? You know, whether it be a warning, a drawback, like, you know, a tip or whatever the case is, but like, bro, what would you advise them on as far as somebody wanting to get involved in the community?
So I would say I need to do a much better part of like being more like, not want to say open, because like I just got to do my part, and like you said, like reaching out to those people, like, you know, I got to get on Messenger, because like that's where a lot of the stuff goes. So I got to make sure I kind of do my part, and I really just kind of guide them, because like I know so many people, like depending on what it is that they're trying to do, you know, I need to do that. And like, you know, so I actually talked to the HOA, so I'm probably about to maybe get on the social committee. And like,
you should do it.
I'm finna low-key just run that bitch for him, bro, to be real. Like,
you should do it.
It's one of those like, all right, y'all scoot over. Like I'm on the computer now. Like, so I'm honestly about to get on the board with them and you know, kind of rock out and really just like make it a thing to where like everyone thinks the shit is cool to where they want to do it now. You know what I'm saying? So like, I kind of know people will kind of like follow after me. So it's like, let me kind of put them in this spot to where it's like, me and Brandon say it all the time, we can't keep running the turkey bowl. We can't keep running the phase war. So like, we want to get enough people to kind of come in here and like, you know, set this shit up, you know, start coordinating. Because like I said, kids, sports, family, like, you know, so it's a lot. So like, we just trying to get the ball rolling, and these people, and that's great that you say that, because like, we're trying to pass it on. Like, I don't want it to be the I'm Coach Jake show. It's like, I want it to be the Wildcat Ranch show. It's like, so cool, blow it up, get the name out, be able to pass it on to somebody. And that's honestly how I got the Facebook page, man. Courtney Phelps, Michael Phelps. Courtney actually was my daughter's kindergarten teacher before, you know, she ended up going to Florida, but they had ran the page for so long, you know. I had no gripes with them. There was one issue I did have with them, but like, fuck it, you know what I'm saying? But like, they were selling the home, and he hit me up. He was like, yo, like,
I remember when he handed it over to you.
He hit me on some real humble shit, man. It was like, you know, we're getting the fuck out of here. He was like, you know, we know you care about it over here. You do a good job. Like, boom, like here go the keys to the community. And like for me, it was like, you know, appreciate it, like, cause I was still a moderator, you know, kind of really doing it for him, like a silent partner, but like, I was just cool. Like, I didn't have to get my post approved, you know what I mean? So it was one of those. I was like, fuck it, like, you know, I'll take on the role, but like, you know, like I said, I just kind of love it over here, man. So like, anybody who wants to do it, I would just say like, hit me in the DMs now, and like, you know, I've got a bunch more things on my basketball schedule starting to free up, because you know, they did want to go do cheer and all this. So me and my girl, we're strictly basketball, so I don't ever like try to throw jabs at the ones who do want to go do, you know, the other sports. Like, I just have to be like, all right, man, they want to break, you know, it ain't that personal. They want to go, you know, with their palms, you know what I'm saying? So like, it hurts me, because I'm like, damn, like, I want to hoop year round, you know what I mean? But I have to understand that. So like, I would just tell them, like, you know, reach out to me, depending on what it is you want to do. I may not be able to do it, but I know this person may,
you can help facilitate.
You know what I mean? Facilitate it, but.
Gotcha. Okay, so what's next for you?
I'm at the process, man, of trying to start up one more time, and VST League, man. I just
don't say try. I tell people eliminate try out of their vocabulary. Just say
and I appreciate that, man. It's because like, you know, just
the reason why I said try gives you an out.
You're right.
Like, but if you eliminate try out your vocab and just say I'm gonna do this. Or at the very moment, I'm working towards this.
I appreciate that.
It's literally a mental reset, like, bro. So like,
so the organization is there. You know how the recruiting part goes. Like, that recruiting part, man. That's blood, sweat, and tears. It's like, man, we got to do this. So I probably got about 3 bodies for sure. You know, so it's like, so I'm working towards getting about 6 to 7 more girls. That's a better way to say it. I'm working on getting about 6 to 7 more girls, either going to the 4th or 5th grade and starting this team. And then the people who are like, I actually got a message a couple days ago, like, hey, you coach tonight. I'm like, okay, then, but I hadn't dropped what I've been waiting to put out on the page until today, when I was going to put out my big post on page. So now,
that was crazy that you posted that today, and I was like, man, like, with serendipity.
He was like, look, so it was just kind of one of those where it's like, that's my main goal right now, you know, man. So I started the year off like 296 pounds, man. I'm about 260 right now. So like, I'm at a point, like I said before the camera's on, man, they may see me in 2 to 3 months with a fade, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm finna hit 30. I'm trying to get serious with my life, so it's like everything I'm doing now, like, it has to, you know, have, you know, it has to, be intentional. You know what I mean?
Okay. So one thing on Such and Such Radio that I always do, because I always tell people, it's a blessing to be a blessing, and like to where first and foremost for me, everything start with God and end with God. So like, to where, so I always pray for people here on my platform. Let's get to it. Dear Heavenly Father, I come to you once again with a humble heart, bowed head, just acknowledging your presence, acknowledging your might, acknowledging your power. And I know we might not always be perfect. You know I'm not, but God, thank you for your grace and your mercy, and just continue to allow us to see other days, to see blessed days, and we thank you for the blessings that are even in the days whenever things don't go the way that we want, but we trust in your will. And now, God, I just ask for a special blessing on my brother Jake Dixon, who's sitting down here in his chair. I ask for a blessing on his family, on his children, and a blessing on everything that he touches, God. Just continue to watch over him, continue to protect him, God, and touch his heart, touch his mind, and allow those to align with your will, and allow his steps to go and be guided by you in the direction that you have set for him, and just allow his light to keep shining throughout this community, and just allow it to expand all according to your will, and just allow him to be a blessing to everybody that he touches. God, whenever he has troubling moments, has trying moments, anything that may come up against him, let him turn to you and let him know that the battle is yours and that you always get the victory, and so that he is victorious and a winner in your eyes, God. So with that, we just ask for continued blessings for him, continued blessings for his family, his organizations, his businesses, his jobs, everything that he touched. We just ask you blessings and allow it to flourish tenfold. This and other blessings we ask you in your mighty name. In Jesus' name, amen.
Hey, man, that was a solid prayer.
For sure, bro. Hey, listen, like I said, bro, it all started with him.
Handshake down to it. Yeah. I be peeping. I'm like, okay, yeah.
It's a blessing to him. But so we finna get ready to get out of here. But let people know where they can follow you, find your food reviews, your pages, just anything and anybody you want to give a shout out to before we get up out of here.
I got you. I'll be trying to find my pages. TikTok is my regular page. It's just I'm Coach Jake.
Yeah.
Same how I usually spell it, but the food review page on TikTok is I'm Coach Jake Food Review. Instagram is I'm Coach Jake 1. And on Facebook, man, you can find me underneath Jake Dixon. You can even go on Google, hashtag I'm Coach Jake. It's going to pop up. My daughter told me yesterday, I Googled you. I said, it's going to tell you I'm a Gucci right there. But that's that. I want to give a shout out to Sierra. I want to give a shout out to my mamas. My stepdad Eric, my pops out in Wiley, stepmama Shamika, my brother, he just moved to Crandall. He him and my mom on my backyard's lined up, man.
For real? Oh.
Right in front of the football
field.
Hey,
look, if they need to put a gate in there so they can go through, tell them how
He's like, look, I got you. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Shout out to my dogs at work, my all off prospects chat, man. Just God is good, man. I want to appreciate you as well, man. This is dope in here, man.
Hey, for sure, appreciate it. Hey, y'all know the business. Hey, please like the video, share the video across your platforms, comment, subscribe, and until next time, we out. Peace.